afternoon. My name is Arish Gill, section B, CS, third, and the topic that I'm giving my presentation on is Django. What is Django? Django is a Python-based free and open-source web framework that follows the model template views architectural pattern. Django is a high-level Python framework that encourages rapid development and clean, pragmatic design. Built by experienced developers, it takes care of much the hassle of web development, so you can focus on writing your app without needing to reinvent the wheel. Django was created in the fall of 2003 when the web programmers at the Lawrence Journal World newspaper, Adrian Hallworthy and Simon Wilson, began using Python to build applications. In June 2008, it was announced that a newly formed Django Software Foundation (DSF) would maintain Django in future. Role of Django. Django's primary goal is to ease the creation of complex database-driven websites. The framework emphasizes reusability and pluggability of components, less code, slow coupling, rapid development, and the principles of don't repeat yourself. Some well-known sites that use Django include PBS, Instagram, Mozilla, and Washington Times, Disqus, Bitbucket, and Nextdoor. Components. It's a lightweight and standalone web server for development and testing, a form of serialization and validation system that can translate between HTML forms and values suitable for storage in a data space, a template system that utilizes the concept of inheritance borrowed from object-oriented programming, a caching framework that can use any certain caching method, support of middleware class that can reinvent at various stages of request processing and carry out custom functions, and internal dispatcher system that allows the components of an application to communicate events to each other via predefined signals, an initialization system including translations of Django's own components into a variety of languages, a serialization system that can produce the reader XML and or JSON representations of Django model instances, a system for extending the capabilities of template engine, an interface to build Python's built-in unit test framework. How to make Django work. In command prompt, execute the following command: pip install Django. This will download and install Django in your PC, and you will be able to use it freely. Advantages of Django. It is a Python language. Django and Python are core solutions. Core solutions in batteries included stellar documentation and tutorials, administration interface, community. Django is immensely scalable, customizable framework. Now I will show you how Django is work. Right now, I'll start an empty project on Django, and then we will make an app, and then we will run our server on Django. To make a project on Django, you have to open your Windows command prompt and you have to make a folder. The code for the folder is mkdir, and you can name your folder anyhow. I'm going to name it Django. Enter, and the folder is created. Then you will access the folder, cd Django. As you can see, you have accessed the folder, which means that the folder is been made. Then you will start a project. The code to start a project on Django is pretty simple. You just have to type what you have to do: Django -admin start project, and name your project anything. I'm going to name my project sign. Your project has been started, and I'll show you where the project has been started. As you can see, the folder that we have created is here, Django, and the project is here, sign, which has some Python based file, manage.py, which is a very important file used to manage your apps, and we will use it to run our server and make our apps. And then there are some other folders, URLs. As we all know, URLs are the most important thing that are used in web pages. It has some of its own settings and other 3 pages. Now, as we have seen that the project is started, now we will make an app, and for the app you can use any IDE. I am going to use my Visual Studios, sorry. Now from here we will start our new file. Open folder. And here we have our folder, Django, which we are going to open, and we are going to assign the sign folder to the studio. Select folder, and the folder will start shortly, and then we will be able to make our app. Making an app and working on Django is pretty easy, pretty simple, and it does not take much effort as it is mentioned. So we can see the manage.py file with the Python logo, and then we have all the files that we saw earlier in the folder. Now we will go to the terminal. First we are using the Windows terminal, the command prompt. Now we will use the Visual Studios. So to start an app, you just have to type Python. My PC is hanging a little. Yes, so Python. manage.py, the file that was here, manage.py. This file is a very important file. It is used to start your projects, launch your server, and even start your apps. Start app, and you can name your app anything. I'm going to name my app Cal. Enter, and as you'll enter, you will see a calc folder here. This is your app, and these are some important files: int, admin, apps, models, test, views, and everything. So now you can work easily and create your app. And this is where you will find your server, because it works on a browser, it works on a server, and Django is kind enough to provide you a free open server. So we type Python manage manage.py, and again manage.py because it is also used to run your server, and run server. Checking the file, no issues, and here you have your server code. This is your server. The little link you can see, I'll click on the link and see what happens. Here you can see the server is loading. The install works successfully, your server is running. Congratulations. And whatever work you do and everything, it will appear here. So my presentation is completed. Thank you so much for listening to me. Zarish Gill signing off.